Bible says this poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. What a promise. What a plea to make before the Lord. What reassurance to know that the God in heaven, who loved you enough to die for you, hears your cry and saves you out of all your troubles. But what are the prerequisites? How does this poor man get God to hear him and get God to better yet save him out of all his troubles? Please notice three things. Number one, it's this poor man. It's this poor man, a specific person. This means it's personal, it's close, it's particular to you. It's not someone else's problem, it's not someone else's difficulty, it's this poor man. First, you've got to come to the place where you realize, Lord, I have a problem. This is my problem. This is my affliction. This is my infirmity. Lord, help me in this valley. And number two, it's this poor man who cries. It's not just a specific problem, but it's a problem for which you have no resources, no strength, no ability to save yourself. You are confessing that you are poor, that you are helpless, that you are destitute of resources to deliver yourself from this valley. First, you must realize it's a specific problem and own it, that you have a problem for which God must help you. Secondly, you must realize that only God can help you, that only God is able because you are poor. But thirdly, this poor man cried. He reached out. He exercised his faith. He called upon. He grabbed the horns of the altar and begged for mercy. You've got to come to the place where you're not content to stay in this problem. You're not content to be living in defeat. You only want to see God's best shine down upon your life, and you cry. Like the ravens cry for lack of meat, you cry, and the Lord hears and saves. Thankfully, this poor man cried past tense, and he could testify of God's goodness. May you and I realize the valleys that we're in, the weakness that we are, and the God above we have to cry to, that he might hear us and save us out of all our troubles.